Hello, it is Dr. Calico, and today we're going to be streaming some more Neon Defense development. I think this is like number 12, and yeah, we're streaming it again. Planning on. Honestly, I don't know where this is going. But yeah, what we need to do is. Yeah, we're finishing up on 1-6, where we finally get the tardigrade. Also, I want to go back to 1-5. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. Yeah, let's just shift the end of the game back. Okay, so the end of the game has been shifted back to 1-6. And yeah, right there. It's yeah. Yeah, I think this is good. Good for a little bit. Uh Hang on. Scrapyard Pass. Uh what's the tardigrade health again? Okay, 4,000 health. So that's going to take a lot of cannon shells to take down. Yeah, I think that's relatively all right for a boss. Value one, that's comically low. 200 value. Yeah, 200 value, I think that's fair. No, wait, actually, I changed my mind. 125 value. And also, compared to my last video I have on YouTube, I've been doing a bit of an art pass for Howling Ruins. Yes, this is a new level. No way, it's going to... No. Hang on a moment. I need to show something, so I need to disable something. Okay, so it should be here. So yeah, welcome to the Howling Ruins. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad for a new level, I'd say. You know, it's ruins. It is ruins that are, well, they're not quite howling, but you know, you get what I mean. Actually, maybe I should shift this up and go, nah. Yeah, but the point of the darker areas is basically it tells. I want to tell the player that yeah, you can move units here, specifically ground units. Yeah. Oh wait, I don't have that option yet. What we're going to do is it's in the global variables, I believe, which is up here. Levels beaten. We're gonna set that to 7. Now, what should happen is yes. Okay, so what did I just do? I made a ground unit. And yeah, ground units can follow the road. But yeah, I really want to see the pathfinding on this one. So we're gonna pop into the engine. And ground. Blast radius, nope. Teen, nope. Now. Okay, so move that to here. Yeah, I'm actually quite curious. What happens if I just remove this? Yeah, let's check that out again. I think I might be missing something. I know what I did. Okay, let's add it back. Yeah, add it back. Yeah, that's the center of the cursor. Pathfinding, okay, we're gonna take a look over here. Units, Octavian behaviors. Going to minimize this. Pathfinding. Virtual cell width. Let's set it to 8 and 8 with no offset. Okay, now the big question is, does that start breaking things? That is not the map I wanted to do. And oh yeah, as a convenience, the price tag of both the basic bots, the air and ground versions, they're the same cost. They are completely identical. What in the world was that? How do I fix that? Yeah, how do I fix that? Okay, this might be a bit too resource intense at this point. I forgot that it defaults to Scrapyard Pass. I should probably change that. Okay, so it doesn't want to go to the left, but it can go to the right. What if it's... Okay, question. What if it's this? Yeah, this is a stupid question. That doesn't work. Yeah, that did not work. In fact, that just made it worse. It's true. Objects. Ground bots. If a tween is playing, build. Nope. Factory. Nope. Bot. No, that's worse. Just built. Okay, so that's the thing I wanted to do. Playing. We're going to trigger once. And let's get rid of that tween. That is if I cannot typo. Pause a tween. Actually, just outright stop a tween. I forgot. Okay, so let's test this out here. Let's test this out better because I waited too long. Yeah, I was so entranced by watching it move that okay, there we go. Yeah, it just stops the tween entirely. But yeah, how do I fix this? Yeah, I think it's looking at the X position as a point. And so, yeah. Let's take a look back at the bots. That would be units, Octavian, Ultra Tank. Yeah, what if I set it to 32? Okay, now I'm No, wait, that was right. I didn't start from the engine. Yeah, I did not start from the engine, so we're fine. Okay, now it just refuses to go through here. Yeah, so that didn't work. Behaviors. Let's set it back to 16. Pardon me. I had selected an air unit. That was not going to help my ground unit pathfinding testing. So yeah, it's like hang on. Okay, so the center X is going there. But I can navigate the streets. Yeah, this is working, just badly. Yeah, like I can drag it all the way over. It's not working. No, no, it's not working. No. Yeah, it was working for a little while, but then it decided to not work. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how good this is going to get. Yeah, maybe this is the best that we can do. It's still shit. I'll be entirely honest, that's still shit. So yeah, the big question is, how do I fix that? Yeah, because the hull is wanting to stay on screen, but the turret just follows where its position actually is. So that could be a problem. And yeah, I just got back to exactly where it was earlier. So yeah, we've done all of that just to do pretty much nothing. That was a very productive day. So, what do we want to do now? Let's take a look at the Ode to Classics engine. What we're going to do is set the global variables in current level 1-7, 6. Okay, now this should be in a state where it is that actually, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. Scrapyard pass. Uh, Scrapyard pass events. Okay, minigame name is none. And, yeah, ode to classics. Wait, hang on a moment, hang on a moment. Level loading. I think I'm misremembering something. Uh, yeah, 1-7, and it should be that if it is... Okay, yeah, I did remember that. Yeah, if it's greater than 8, it'll just move over to the next region. And then what I'm going to do is other actions. Variables. Change the variable value. Uh, wait. No, text. Minigame name. Set to... Yeah, set that to this. And then meanwhile in Scrapyard Pass, what we want to do is we're going to add in a event group. So the minigame name is no longer none, so the entire engine just gets skipped entirely. What will happen now is yeah, we'll just paste that there. Copy this here, paste this here, put this back again. I wanted to not go back because it was on the clipboard. And copy and paste clears the clipboard from what's important. Okay, so link external events. Okay, ode to classics. Global variables. Now, where is none? Minigames. Minigame name. Okay, then we're gonna take a look over at here again. Oh wait, shit. Hang on a moment. Factory. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's take a look at the actual engine real quick. A bit of a quirk right there. Okay, so is it under UI where I build a unit? Okay, so it is right here. So we're going to go over to Scrapyard Pass again. I want to make sure that I get this right. Yep, it is build. But also edit the points. Okay, that is correct. Yep, now back to what I was doing before I panicked. Yeah, let's just shift this down. Okay, so that is the improved cannon turret. Yeah, we put it in the right place. Okay, so it should not be checking for if I've beaten the levels at this point. So, let's test this. Okay, I know what I've done. Okay, let's try that again. That doesn't work. I mean, it does work, but not the way I've wanted it to. Ode to Classics. UI creation. Yeah, get back over here. Layer UI of that to that. Let me take a look at the real engine here. So that is the hull. Stick that to there. Stick hull button minigame. Let me diagnose this here. Uh, so something went wrong here. Yeah, let's copy this and let's paste it over to here for easy comparison. Wait, hang on a moment. Something might be wrong here. I think I accidentally had that as a turret. Let me double check here. That's a turret. Duplicate. Yeah, hold button minigame. Yeah, this is going to take a while to remove these. Yeah, I don't know why that was classified as a turret. That's uh my bad. Project resources. We're going to scroll all the way down here, and it's probably not even there. Oh, it is. It is here. Yeah, it is here. Yeah, it is here. It is here. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at Ode to Classics again. Then let's take a look at Scrapyard Pass again. Let's see if anything different has happened. Nothing happened. Okay, Ode to Classics. Yeah, nothing here has changed. Okay, classic turret base. I'm actually quite curious. Is it just that I didn't label something? Yeah, did I just label something incorrectly and it's not showing up because it's an invalid animation? Nope, it's not that either. Okay, so I've just re-enabled, basically just recycled the code from something else. Okay, so something is definitely wrong with the UI elements, I believe. Actually, layers. Yeah, is it? Is it just that it's a bad layer? Or am I just going about this the wrong way? Yeah, let's just remove the minigame shenanigans and see if... Yeah, does this reappear? It does reappear. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, I just don't know why. Yeah, like really, I just don't know why. So we're gonna remove this. Minigame turret hull. Project resources. Scroll down to here. Select this resource. Apply. And if we go to Ode to Classics again, I'm going to just delete this. Minigame hull Ode to Classics. Also, naming convention is not helping here. Also, I think it just started raining. Yeah, one sec. Let me just make sure here. Okay, good news, everyone. It is, in fact, raining. I like the rain. Yeah, the rain is, nice, calming. It's full of rain. This also makes things wet. That didn't work. Minigame Hall Ode to Classics. Let's see here. I think it's actually... Uh, I think I actually need to select this. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, let's make sure that that's working. Yeah, look at the movement speed. It goes higher than yeah, that's an integer limit. And yeah, you don't need to worry about it. Yeah, but also what was that? I need to double check something. Yeah, why did it build instantly? You know, so what is that turret placement? Oh wait, hang on a moment. I think I realized something. Edit the point. Yeah, the turret point is not defined. Yeah, how can I tell that? Because uh, if we go over to here, not the collision mask, Yeah, turret point 1 is not defined. That's bad. 16 by 16. And then what we're going to do is ground. No, wait, hang on a moment. Yeah, we can actually just uh get rid of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can just get rid of that. Actually, I remember the name of nope. Move to. Oh, it's movement to position. Yeah, we're actually going to delete this. Okay, so the build cost of the whole button is 0. But yeah, why does that not deduct credits? Oh, wait. I think I know why. Yeah, 0 is an invalid number. So the stored build cost, let's make it like 5. Stored build time, 0.5. Yeah, everything else, 0 is a valid number. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now what we want to do is what we need to do. Yeah, let's scroll over to the RTS section. Okay, actually, hang on. This is going to be a bit complicated. Uh, variables. Right. Okay, was dried previously. We're gonna have that be false. Actually, structure. Boolean of that, and then we're gonna add another one of, yeah, Boolean. Okay, so now I think that should be what needs to happen. Yeah, ode to classics. Get back here. Yeah, event group. No, wait, I need to make it draggable. I need to make it draggable. That being behaviors. Add a behavior. Okay, that should be draggable now. Yep, it is in fact draggable. But yeah, I like how the movement speed is just absurd. Yeah, just that solves it. Just make the movement speed just stupid. Okay, so yeah, now that that's working. Draggable turrets. Okay, so what we want to do with this is uh, minigame. A whole ode to classics. Uh, it's being dragged. We're gonna trigger this once. And then it's... Whoa, wait, hang on a moment, hang on a moment. I just realized you could potentially put multiple turrets on top of each other. So let's go back to Scrapyard Pass again. Yeah, do I have physics? I have physics. Okay, this will work. Okay, ode to classics. What we're going to do is we're going to put this variable. I think I'm doing some unnecessary coding. Yeah, yeah, we can remove that. Yeah, is deployed. It was just dropped. Actually, we can just disable the behavior, I believe. Minigame hold to classics. Yeah, disable the behavior. Yeah, just disable draggable. And also, we should probably fix the time scale as well. Yeah, also, where's time on here? Yeah, where's time? Oh, timer. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Oh, selection state, minigame hull, Ultra Classics is being dragged. We're going to invert this, copy, and then paste here, put this here, uh, make sure that that's not inverted. And I believe what that should do is anytime, uh, wait, hang on a moment. Nah, this doesn't work. It can't go back any further. Oh, never mind. I soft locked GDevelop. Yep, that's yeah, the software broke. I think I did too much, and the software did not like that. Yeah, the software probably did not like that. So now the big question is, what did I lose? And why is it taking so long? Okay, so that's not working. I'm gonna go back to the main engine. Yeah, let's go back to where time is being meddled with. Rather, the scale of time. It's not here. Time to search for time again. Okay, selection state. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Yep, now I can't pick that up again. Okay, let's go back to RTS. It's just dropped. Okay, mini units whole host classics. Yeah, behavior activated. Draggable. Yeah, let's make sure that this is not activated. Why did it say not attached to the target? That was weird. Okay, we're going to separate objects. Objects. That didn't work. Minigame. Whole. Ode to classics. Separate objects. Objects won't move. Roads. Maybe from. That's not how you spell debris. Okay, so let's test this now. That didn't work. Yeah, let's try this again. So if I place it on the road, okay, that's definitely not working. Oh. Oh, I don't know why it did that. Yeah, that was the wrong object entirely. It was looking for the biter turret, not the minigame hull. Weird. It's searching for a free space between these two areas, and it's not finding anything. Okay, so how do we fix that? Or actually, what if we just make it a ground unit? Yeah, dumb idea time. Let's make it a ground unit. Minigame. Let's see here. Units, minigame units. We're going to actually look at this. Okay, movement speed. Physics 2. Okay, let's delete this and let's copy this. I said copy that. Actually, let's duplicate this. Minigame whole ode to classics. Yeah, let's just go back to RTS again. Yeah, let's copy this. So yeah, this yeah, it's not working. Okay, scrap here pass. What we're going to do now is we're going to delete the selection, and we're going to project resources. We're going to do that and edit the points of... I forgot that it clears the points. I believe every time you duplicate, so we'll need to do this again. With the points, turn point 1, 16 by 16. There we go. Okay, so let's just double check this. Something broke. Oh, I think I know why. Groundbots. Minigame whole ode to classics. Bots. Yeah, we didn't add it in the correct groups. That's why. Well, I mean, that's something. But now the big question is, uh, let's see here. Scrapyard pass. I think the answer is we can, in fact, do that. Max speed of this, it can't go any higher. Plus 1 divided by 2. Yeah, we're going to not rotate the object. Oh! Oh no, it only goes to a few digits. Yeah, because it cuts off 3648. So yeah, let's just set that to the max speed. And then, oh, just scrapyard. Let's just set it to that number. That didn't work. Maybe why it didn't work is because of that. So I just made one tiny little change. Let's see if that works. Uh, guys, where did it go? Oh, hang on. Hang on a moment. Okay, that's we crashed the game. Yeah, yeah. Too many pathfinding. Too much pathfinding is being done at an alarming rate. We can't use this. Okay, so I think the speed value is too high, so it just goes everywhere. Okay, now, is that high enough to be considered static defenses? Yeah, but now it has the additional problem of That's not going to work. Why does that not work? Because the roads are not a solid object. So you can just place them on the road. Yeah, personally, let's put this back here. And actually, let's remove draggable. Or, yeah, actually, let's add draggable. This is complicated. So yeah, I wanted to get away from the road, but the problem with that is that it will try to go between each and every line of road. So it'll just spaz out between both of these objects, and that's bad. Yeah, let's try this again. Surely this is not going to break the game. It probably will. Let's just remove that. I think I have an idea. So that is... Yeah, actually, wait. I think I have an idea. I think I'm looking at this wrong. Rather than trying to snap away from these objects, what if it snaps to an object? So let's see here. We're going to need some math here. And that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, 34 times... Yeah, at the beginning of the scene, what I want to do. A uh, generate turret build spots. You repeat 34 times. Yeah, how do I add a local variable? Oh, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, number, number. Okay, and then we're going to add a sprite. So it's in technical objects. Okay, there we go. Then put that there. Yeah, let's ignore this for now. Also, wait, hang on a moment. What size is this? Yeah, that's bad. That is kind of bad. Uh, 0.5? That'll work. Nope, no. It's looking at the wrong thing to delete. Create an object. Technical objects. on yeah, x coordinates, y coordinates. We're going to unhide technical objects. Yeah, y coordinates. We're going to add 1. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, something happened. So let's try that again, this time 16. Yeah, something is working. Yeah, something is in fact working. I just don't know what is the workingness. Okay, now curiosity though, y coordinate at 32. What will that do? Okay, so it did something, just not in the way that I wanted it to. Set to 0. Okay, if I do this now. Okay, so we do have a grid right now. Yeah, yeah, this is the start of a grid. I'll take it. Yeah, yeah, this is good. I'll take it. Yeah. Instead of 5, let's do it 30, 34 times. Wait, hang on a moment. I just noticed something. Let me go back here. First layer. First layer is not centered correctly. What if I subtract 32 though? That made it worse. So let's set it to the negative first. Okay, that recentered it. Now let's make sure that I'm not going crazy. Yeah, did I get it right by just decreasing it by just a single number? Yeah, I did get it right. Hmm. Yeah, height and width. Yeah, let's set it to 45. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. An additional 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's do 5 more. Yeah, 60 times. How close can we get? 59? Yeah, and I know it's not 69, so it's not nice, but it it does sound really close though. Nope, it is not 59, it is 60. So to your date, 34 by 60 is what we have here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, yeah, collision with, yep, then going to delete the object. Oh, that's the corner marker. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so if it's colliding with the road, it will just get deleted. Yep, it gets deleted if it's on the road. So that's good. Yeah, if it's in collision with the road or the ground debris or the factory or the repair pad, I'd say just delete it. So let's see how close we got here. Okay, so what I'm noticing here is that, yep, you can't build here, can't build here, you can't build anywhere on this road. So yeah, that looks like a really good ode to classics uh setup. Yeah, yeah, good ode to classics setup, I'd say. Okay, let's do this. And that is yeah, also I forgot something. Turret build position. Variables. Yeah, is occupied. I'm gonna set that to a boolean of false. And honestly, uh, I got some other stuff to do. So yeah, I think right now I think that's a good development stream right here. So that's about it. Thanks for viewing.